Hi guys, it's me again, just here to talk to you today about some more symptoms and consequences of having an emotional eating disorder. There are so many different things that can occur because of this, and of course it all depends on how often you have the problem. If you just eat your emotions occasionally, chances are you're probably not going to have any long-term effects. However, those of us who do suffer from this on a regular basis do see a lot more of the symptoms. And you may not even realize that your eating is causing these problems. Now, of course, with emotional eating can cause weight gain. Okay, that's a no-brainer. Whether you binge eat or if you're addicted to food, obviously, you're going to realize you're going to gain weight because you're going to be eating high-calorie, high-carb foods, and your body is just not meant to handle that type of food in large quantities over a long period of time. So you're going to see those effects very obviously in probably a very short amount of time. Take it from me. I know this firsthand. Okay, but some things you may not realize other than the weight gain, emotional eating on a regular basis can even cause things like elevated blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, or it could even cause cardiovascular disease. Now, that is a little bit more of a serious situation that you may want to look into, okay? Now, with binge eaters, of course, they're going to be a little bit more serious, a little bit more long-term. You're probably going to notice them more. You just may not realize that they are caused by your food intake. Now, obviously with the weight gain, that's, again, a no-brainer. But with binge eating, like I told you yesterday, you're going to have a preoccupation with food. It can lead to a food addiction. But other things that you may not think of, you may start to fear other people watching you eat, okay? You may start to feel condemnation and judgment from family members and friends. A good example would be, how do you feel about your body? Do you hide your body when you're out in social activities such as swimming, sporting events, things like that? Do you wear extra loose clothing to try to hide those spare tires? Guilty! I think we've all been there. But there's also some things that can be more serious. Now, men, you may want to close your ears for this next statement, but women who suffer from binge eating, emotional eating, food addictions are going to notice some differences in their menstruation. When I binge eat a lot, I didn't have my period for about 6 months. And I thought, I'm just premenopausal. It's just starting. I just figured, well, that's just it. Get used to it. Well, once I started eating healthy, I cut out sugar, I cut out carbs, I cut out a lot of different things to try and get myself healthy again and back on track. Within a week, I got my period. So that is a pretty big notifier for me that what you eat causes changes in your body other than weight gain. Another thing can be just like with the emotional eating, you can get diabetes, high blood pressure. It can cause inflammation. Do you have swelling in your body, or do you get infections a lot? These can be caused from eating unhealthy foods consistently over a long period of time. So it might be time to take stock of what is it that you're feeling. Write down everything. Are you constantly lethargic, tired, no energy? Are you experiencing the flu or bronchitis consistently? Lots of different things. Write them down. Do you have trouble sleeping? All these things, write them down and just start to take an inventory, so to speak, of some of the health ailments that you are experiencing. And then, of course, with food addictions, I believe I told you this yesterday, that it can lead to you being able to abstain from certain foods or being unable to control how much you eat and you just can't reduce it. You will literally eat yourself sick. I've done it more times than I care to count. And it's a vicious cycle, okay? You eat your emotions, you feel good for a little bit, but then you get sick, then you feel disgusted, guilt, shame. It's constant. It's never ending. So it's something that is definitely becoming a very serious issue, and I really hope that my blog and some of the information I'm giving you is helpful. And I just want to say one last thing about food addictions too. Right now, other than the health issues that I've already mentioned, there might be others, but one thing to be very, very careful about, as well as being unable to abstain from certain foods, if you start purging or misusing laxatives, you could be on your way to becoming bulimic. And I think everybody knows what bulimia is and how quickly that can really run you down and cause serious, serious problems. So I hope this has helped. Thank you for watching. Please read my blog for more information. And of course, stay tuned. There's more information coming.